the issues that had been raised, Goodluck Jonathan supporters, the governor of Kano State came out openly that PDP cannot campaign in Kano State. A governor, somebody who ought to be responsible, holding a position of an high position, a position of trust. A leader. Oh, so Jonathan supporters cannot campaign. So the day Buhari came to campaign in Rivers State, some people did not just say don't campaign. They took guns. They saw people. Very bad. A very bad president. And they shot them. They opened fire on them. Because a governor who ought to be responsible, somebody who had been Speaker of House of Representatives, said they cannot campaign. They're afraid to campaign. So you to come and campaign. But I think this is not right. Because as far as I'm concerned, because somebody is a beast, we should not descend to the level of beast. Exactly. We should not descend to his own level. I think whoever had carried out that attack in Rivers State is somebody that ought to be reprimanded, is somebody that ought to be arrested, is somebody that ought to face the full wrath of the law. He did not do it for Goodluck Jonathan.
So, sir, you said that a lot of people don't respect the president, and we, like especially the Northerners, they feel because he is an Iju man, he shouldn't be the president. The question here is, do you think the president has done enough for us, the youth, to vote for him this coming election?
For instance, we're all in this country, and I was there, I was an adult, I was in the university when Babangida was president. I was a first-year student in the university, at the University of Calabar, when Babangida became president. I had finished secondary school when Buhari took over power from Shehu Shagari through a violent coup. We are going to assess them. We are not talking of people who are novice, who had never tasted power. Buhari was Commissioner for Petroleum, which is equivalent of Minister for Petroleum, the most lucrative ministry. What are his legacies? You go to United Arab Emirates, you go from Dubai, you drive to Sharjah, you drive to Ajman, you drive to Abu Dhabi, you see what oil and gas resources are done in this country. You go to Qatar, you are in Doha. You go to Paris, you are in Manama. You go to Saudi Arabia, you go to Jeddah. From Jeddah, you drive to Mecca. From Mecca, you drive to Medina. From there, Taif. Around there, you see what their oil asset has done for them. This man was minister equivalent of petroleum. What did he do? This is a question. Don't tell me stories. What did he do? He was governor in Borno, Yobe, Gombe, Bauchi, Taraba, Adamawa State. Now, that was the northeastern state where he was governor. These states are the lowest on the educational ladder in Nigeria. Every WAEC result, everything that the lowest. So what legacy did he lay foundation? Let's compare him with Awolowo. Awolowo started free education. He laid a foundation. What has that foundation translated to? Now the Yorubas are leading in education. In Rivers State, the same time that this man was being governor, Dete Swift became governor. Dete Swift laid foundation for education. Today in WAEC, Bayelsa and Rivers State are third and fourth. This year, WAEC result. is the foundation laid by Dieter Smith. The foundation laid by General Buhari in this thing is failure in the educational sector. What of the health sector? In the state he ruled, what of the health sector? Non-existent. The insurgency. It's the state that he ruled. That is why we have the insurgency. That's the root of the insurgency. What is the root of the insurgency? The deprivation in Western education. He refused the people to have access to Western education. This is what is coming. The chickens, they've come home to roost. And then the policy of exclusiveness in education has boomerang, and that's what you have. So somebody says, I'll come to solve Boko Haram. You created Boko Haram. How will you not know how to solve it? You know, the secret is that which the present president have introduced. Look, I'm a Muslim. I went to study Quran in Gambore in Ghana, 1995-96.
That's Maiduguri.
Yes, I lived in Gambore in Ghana. I was a student of Sheikh Usman Gamboru, student of Ibrahim Saleh, student of Sheikh Al-Miskin. They are all alive. The Al-Miskin is dead. Yes, in these places, the first person to give me the Gamma to recite Quran was Sheikh Ibrahim Saleh. My first Quran. He gave me the attestation, the Gamma, to recite Quran. Now, when you are eating in Maiduguri, in any restaurant, you see children lining up. They are waiting. Before you finish, they grab your plate, they are dirty and... Oh, yes. You go to Kano, the same thing. You go to Duse, the same thing. People created these people. Goodluck Jonathan is mobbing these people. He's mobbing them. He's bringing them out, sending them to school, good schools. They are in school learning. Saying, no, the crime Goodluck Jonathan committed against Buhari and his like is that why should you take these people out of darkness and bring them into light? My children recite Quran better than any other. We just did National Quranic Recitation in Republic of Benin. My relations, because they are combining Western education. They are combining education generally. There's nothing like Western education. The holistic education. They have an holistic education. And they recite Quran better. They memorize better. They know better. They're not imagining. They're thinking of becoming pilots. They're thinking of becoming artists. They're thinking of becoming fashion designers. They're thinking, and they're also they're applying the Quran to their day-to-day, their growth, everything they're doing. Anything they see in life, they take verses of the Quran and verses of the Hadith, and they say, they compare it side by side. They say, is this right or this is wrong? So they will be able to chart a path for themselves. But Buhari and others condemn these people to internal damnation on earth and in the year after. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, you cannot worship Allah without knowing Him. You will worship Allah, you can only worship Allah when you know Him. Because if you don't know how to perform ablution well, how are you going to take your salat and your salat be acceptable? If you don't know how to go to Hajj, how are you going to perform Hajj? Your Hajj will not be. When you say Labaik Allahumma Labaik, Allah says, no, I didn't call you.
Exactly. Because
you don't know what you're doing. And you have no excuse not to know. And this is the railway. I was there when Yakubu Gowon was head of state. I was there when Murtala Muhammad was head of state. Shoneko, Abacha, etc. The railway died. What was the essence of the railway? The colonialists wanted to evacuate agricultural products and raw materials to the seaport to export. And then later, it became means of transportation, cheaper means of transportation for conveying people. From the time of Gowon to date, the railway died. The railway was totally abandoned. About 6 months ago, 7 months thereabout, in June, I bought a ticket. I came from Cotonou. I went to Ebutimeta. I bought a ticket. I entered the train. The train took me down past Yaba, down to Ibadan. Air-conditioned coach train. And from there, I paid again and came back to Lagos. Air-conditioned train. The first time I saw air-conditioned train was Europe Star. I took from Schiphol to Germany, to Hamburg, Europe Star. That I took. I've never seen air-conditioned train before. That's the first and last air-conditioned train I have entered. That one before I came, because I don't enter train. But that day, I just decided to take train. I said, this train matter. And my wife, my little baby, everybody was waiting for me at the railway station. This is what is happening today. Goodluck Jonathan had done what any other person was not able to do for the youths. Goodluck Jonathan opened 12 universities in one day, and they're all working. Polytechnics, etc. The whole of Nigeria, there is no trauma center. So if you get an accident, it affects your brain, affects your spinal cord,
you're dead.
You are dead. You become a vegetable.
Exactly.
Today we have a trauma center standing. A lot of people don't know.
Exactly. I don't know.
Yes, go to the National Hospital. A brand new trauma center, well equipped. I've been there. I snapped pictures there. I counted 22 trauma centers between Mecca and Arafat in Saudi Arabia. 22 trauma centers. I counted between Mecca, the city of Mecca, and Arafat, because I like to explore. When I was much trimmer, I used to trek. I followed the tunnel. After Hajj, from Muna, I followed the tunnel to go to Mecca to go and do the Tawaf. I counted between Mecca, from Arafat, I trekked to Muzdalifah, from Muzdalifah, I trekked back to Muna. Muna, that's what I do. But one is becoming bulkier and all that, so one cannot afford it. But between Mecca and Medina, Arafat, there are 22 trauma centers. Once there's an accident, you see helicopters. They are roving around. You see helicopters roving around to evacuate the injured. But the whole of Nigeria, Buhari did not build a trauma center. Obasanjo did not build a trauma center. What we have were merely emergency wards. Merely emergency wards where they put somebody on the floor.
Exactly.
You go there, you see accidented people on the floor. They are putting drip on them, put it on a stick, put it on a stick, put it on this thing, and so on and so forth. It's so neat waiting when you go and see. Today we have proper trauma centers. One is the beginning. They didn't do it. Yes, he did it. We have a cancer center now. We have a cancer center built at the National Hospital. So there are so many roads where people were then, throughout Obasanjo's time, when Obasanjo left government, I remember when Yaradua came, the Lagos, Shagamu, Ijebode, or Bini was so bad that Yaradua ordered the Minister for Transportation, Alison Desani, to go there and remain and make sure that the road was fixed. make sure the road was fixed. It was like a civil war. Everybody mobilized to side. The third mainland bridge was collapsing under Obasanjo. He didn't do anything. Alison Madueke went there. She mobilized there so that the third mainland bridge would be shut off. So when people talk, we ask, what? Look at the road in Abuja. Look at the road in Abuja. 10-lane road. As if you are in Saudi Arabia. You are driving from Mecca to Medina. Something that we never dreamed of. It's here, it's reality.
But the roads were constructed during Obasanjo's regime.
Did Obasanjo pay money to the companies when he signed the contract and left? Did he? No. He stole the money. But he's talking. Because you have a president who does not want to harm anybody. Who does not want to harm anybody? Who does not want to use his powers to harm people? So for me, Goodluck Jonathan has performed more than everybody, and he has performed for the youth. And the youth should know that somebody had been there, he did not do it. How are you sure he will be able to do it now? Like when today they were campaigning, they said, do you want a Koboko government? Do you want Bulala government? I was in this country during Buhari's time. People stand for essential commodities. With ration, locks, omo, toothpaste, milk were rationed. People stand on the queue and they were being flogged. In Port Harcourt, people were being flogged. They flogged people to buy soap under Buhari. Was Buhari standing on the queue? Were his family members standing on the queue to collect 3 bars of soap? To collect milk? He was driving around. He was driving around in dispatch cars, with dispatch cars, flying on, bam, 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 bam. This is the man who wants to come and tell us. Now you are buying soap. You go to every shop, you see soap to buy. You go to everywhere, you see everything to buy. In my lifetime, it happened. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no comparison between light and darkness. Goodluck is light, what is darkness?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for viewing us. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
You take your browser.